So quick story time. One thing I prayed to God for this year regarding my business was to have peaceful customers and just like operate from a place of ease. Like, if there's one thing that business owners go through, it's a lot of anxiety and just a very chaotic nervous system. So I really pray to God that my nervous system this year is regulated and I'm just dealing with customers who understand, who don't stress a lot, who have faith and trust that we're going to deliver. This is not a scam zone or anything. So quick story time. This customer, amazing customer by the way, she placed an order for a couple items, you know, the usual process, sent out the package, yada yada yada, along the line. So let's say I sent out the package on Tuesday. On Thursday, Friday, I realized that one or two of her items were not included in her package, and that was my fault. So immediately I called GIG and told them to return the package back to me so I could rectify it and send it out again. So if you have an e-commerce wallet with GIG, it's very easy for them to return packages. Like, it's very easy to handle returns too. So I immediately reached out to them, told them there had been an error and they should return the package back to me to rectify. I also notified the customer of this so she wasn't like, you know, waiting for her package endlessly. So I told her, you know, so sorry, there's been a mistake from our end, we're rectifying it, rest assured you'll get all your items. Very understanding customer. Like I said, that was my prayer point this year. She said, okay, no problem, you know, sort it out, I'll be waiting. Great. I can track packages from my end, like through my wallet. So I tracked the package and I saw that it was ticked as delivered, like they had already delivered it to her. And I know for a fact that they haven't delivered it to her. I know for a fact that I called them and told them to return the package to me. So I reached out and I'm like, what's going on? Because I said return this package, why is it showing delivered on your end? And then they tell me that, oh, the dispatcher that took out, because the package had already arrived and, you know, it was meant to be delivered to her. So they're saying that they told me that the dispatcher that went out to, you know, deliver the stuff, immediately he collected all the things, he just ticked all of them as delivered. So even though the item is actually like being returned or actually meant to be returned, the dispatcher had already ticked it as delivered, so it was already out of the system. I was very, very livid because what do you mean that the dispatcher has already ticked the item as delivered and he has not even delivered it to the person? God forbid, what if something happens and that package is already ticked as delivered, meanwhile the recipient has not yet collected it? Anyway, like I couldn't even go into all of that. My own was, okay, it's out of the system now. The dispatcher has ticked it as delivered. What is the next step? Because I need this package back with me. They told me that, yeah, I should send an email, blah blah blah. I sent an email to GIG. Those ones were telling me that, oh, the item has already been delivered. I'm like, I know that that's what it looks like because that's what your dispatcher ticked. However, the truth of the matter is that it has not yet been delivered. Long story short, I had to send someone to please help me go to the terminal and receive the item. Like I got the number of someone at the actual terminal where the item was still there, and then someone went to pick it up and brought it to me. Now, in the whole process of everything, because it was taking longer than expected, like if the item was still in GIG's database and they were still going to return it, everything would have, like, you know, been faster. However, because someone had to go pick it up, bring it all the way to me, it took like longer. And I would understand the customer's frustration because like this was an error on your part, you're correcting it, but it's taking longer. However, this babe was still so graceful. She even like explained everything, explained the whole situation to her. She even went on to order extra items to add into the package, that like items for me to include, so that when I'm sending the accurate correct order, those items will be included inside.